Hi, this is Dr. Greg Oliver. Hello again from Fat Doctor TV. Well, today we're going to talk about something that may kind of hit you between the eyes, because every time I think about this, it kind of hits me between the eyes. This is something that we don't think about when we're thinking about ourselves. But let me give you an example. The other day I had a patient come in, and she had not lost any weight, though she'd been on a specific dietary program, had been on a specific exercise program, and she'd not lost any weight. In fact, she'd gained maybe a half a pound. And she kind of started to tell me all the problems that were occurring in her life. Someone she cared about was in the hospital for a few days. They were doing okay now. Problems on the job. The kids weren't behaving like they should. There were some snow days, and there was ice on the road, and it was hard to get to work. And a lot of things just kept pouring out. But I asked her, okay, that's fine. I understand life sometimes is tough. Life happens to us. We all have to deal with that. But tell me, what caused you not to lose the weight? Well, you don't understand. All these things kept happening. I said, yeah, but you still had to put the food in your mouth. You still had to go off the eating plan. You still had to make a decision not to exercise. So those are the kind of things that we make active decisions about. And she kept kind of telling me, but you don't understand, all these issues and all these problems came up. So here's the issue is, and we had a episode on this way back at the beginning when we first started Fat Doctor TV called Excusitis. You might want to check into that. But this person is suffering from a significant disease process. And this disease process is called plom disease, P-L-O-M. Plom disease. Now, I told her that, and she said, what in the world is plom disease? I hope it's not bad. And I said, well, it can be very devastating. It stands for poor little old me disease. And a lot of times we all get into this. We get into a negative funk. Bad things are happening. The boss treated us poorly. We were late to work. There was another snowstorm, and we had to clear the sidewalks. But this is pretty normal. This is how life is. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter what your status is in a relationship. It doesn't matter whether you have kids or no kids. It doesn't matter. What really matters is, are you committed to the process? Now, we all have bad days, me included. Everybody can have bad days. And I agree, it's more difficult to focus when there's lots of external distractions coming around. However, you need to make your health the #1 priority. Now, that doesn't mean you don't show up to work because you got to exercise. That doesn't mean you shrug off all your responsibilities because you've got to stay on the meal plan. But what it means is that is very, very high on your list, if not #1. Because here's the bottom line. If you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not getting healthier, all those other things in life are going to suffer, and there's going to be more and more problems that come your way. Just think, if you maintain a very high weight or you stay in the obesity range, you're going to have more problems beset you, such as hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, arthritis. You might have a heart attack. You might have a stroke. Heaven forbid you die early. I mean, these are the kind of distractions and problems you definitely want to stay away from. So let's say you have a bad day, lots of distractions. It drove you off your path and off your journey to getting optimally healthy. No problem. Start over, day 1. You're starting again tomorrow. You're starting again tonight. Whenever it is, you start right away. And try not to get caught up in plom disease. Remember, when you hear yourself saying things like, well, the reason I didn't lose weight, or well, the reason I didn't stay on my eating plan, or well, the reason I didn't exercise today was, and you start giving yourself a litany of excuses, remember, that's the beginning of plom disease. That's the first symptoms of plom disease, and we don't want to have that disease. We know there's plenty of diseases out there to get. That's one we don't want to get. And if you stay with plom disease, here's the problem. You're going to get more diseases, more healthcare problems. It is an emotional and mental disorder called plom disease, and we want to try and avoid it. So be aware of it. When you hear yourself saying those things, stop and say, oh, I don't want to go down the path of plom disease. I want to have a more positive attitude. I want to focus on what's important to me. I want to focus on my health. I want to focus on my weight, which means I'm focusing on what I eat today and how much activity I get today. And I am not going to have plom disease, because it's difficult to treat plom disease. There's no pill or surgery for it. It's a head game. So let's avoid plom disease at all costs. Let's have a great day today, and we'll look forward to seeing less of you next time. This is Dr. Greg Oliver from Fat Doctor TV saying have a great day, and nobody's having plom disease today. Bye now.